What's up, everyone? Today's Brew Friday, episode number 8, is brought to you by Bang, again. Cherry Blade Lemonade today. We're not even going coffee. And here's why. I am having a week. A week of all weeks. And I think every night so far this week, I've slept approximately 3 to 4 hours. And I've been at the gym from about 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Get this sip here. There's a tube. Seriously, if you guys have never had Cherry Blade Lemonade Bang, you need to immediately. I won't throw it today. I'll just put it in the garbage can. Back to what I was saying. I'm here for 15 hours a day, approximately every day, not counting the time that I go to the gym to work out. And I am freaking exhausted. I'm tired. I was going to film this video early this morning, and I looked like a zombie because I couldn't keep my eyes open long enough to actually, even take the thumbnail picture. By the way, if you guys don't realize how much time I put into these thumbnail pictures, I'd appreciate a little respect for that because I put work in on them to make them look even remotely decent. I'm just kidding. But I really do put in time on it. Anyway, with me feeling like a dumpster fire today, I thought that rather than address questions with my mind working at about 50% capacity of what it should be, I'm just going to address like 1 or 2 main topics that I'm just going to talk about. No one asked about these. I just want to explain them to help shed more light on why I feel like dirt. And the topics are going to kind of blend together. Obviously, as you can see, we're celebrating Christmas soon. That's one of the things I want to talk about as well. Recovery, and then transitioning that a little bit into the holidays and how we should be maintaining, if you want to call it maintaining, or training, or diet, whatever you're doing as far as wellness and health, how we should treat that around the holiday. So I'm going to go ahead and take another sip of this life juice that I have, and then we're going to get into it. Maybe my eyes will wake up in the middle of this video. I have a little more energy for you. So, recovery. When people ask what the number one most important part of training for any goal is, it is sleep and recovery and all that goes with that. If you are not getting adequate sleep, adequately feeding your body the nutrients that it needs, adequately hydrating, all of these things, if you are not doing those to a sufficient level, your training is not going to be optimal. Whether you feel good in the gym or not, or wherever you choose to exercise, I always go to the gym, that is my thing, you are not going to feel 100%. You're not going to become 100% of you're not going to reach the potential of what you could be based on your training. Doesn't matter how hard you train, doesn't matter what you're doing, you will not be completely what you could. And that is because you've all been there. You're at the gym, we're getting a good workout in, we have a nice pump, our biceps are looking huge, our pecs are swelling, our back feels like we can't put our arms down, like we're carrying tires under our arms. It's great. But then what you notice is after you go home a few hours later, everything deflates and you're back to looking like a shrimp, which is a terrible feeling. When we are training, when we're in the gym actually doing our exercises, that is not when we are growing. That's not when we're getting better. What we are doing is beating our muscles down. We're micro-tearing muscle fibers and beating our bodies into the ground so that they can recover. And when they recover, they overcompensate for what you just did to them. So think of it like a kid getting bullied in middle school, right? He gets shoved in his locker, kicked every day, and whenever he gets into high school, he starts lifting weights and starts taking karate or self-defense class, whatever. Next thing you know, junior, senior year, he's a tank and ready to kill anyone that tries to mess with him. That is what your body is doing whenever you are sleeping after, or like I said, feeding yourself, hydrating after a workout. Your body needs time to repair the damage that you just inflicted on, right? So if we are not adequately giving our body the tools to recover after you beat yourself up in the gym, then you can't improve. That little shrimpy kid is never going to go start lifting weights and get big and scary so the bullies can't pick on him. Same thing with your muscles. And so I keep quoting sleep a lot because that is fresh in my half capacity mind right now, because my sleep has not been sufficient for me to possibly have any significant progress this week with my workouts, which actually haven't felt bad, all things considered, but I know they're not optimal because of my recovery in between them. But I guess we'll approach that first. Try to get 8 hours a night. I know that that's almost impossible for everybody, myself included, 8 hours a night. If I get 6, I'm like a happy person. Try to get 8 hours a night. I know, like I said, I know how hard it is. That is optimal. At least 8 hours and really good deep sleep where you're able to just let your body completely relax and work on building itself up during that rest period. Nutrition, again, also a big factor here. We need to make sure that we're giving our body the appropriate carbs, fats, proteins that it needs to completely recover. And don't neglect your carbs. This freaking video is so random. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. I hope you guys enjoy this because I'm just... Don't neglect your carbs. I know that a lot of online sources, historically, carbs have been considered the enemy. What I like to tell people whenever they're asking me about nutrition, they don't quite understand it. I say, imagine you're building a house, and making a brick house. The protein that we intake, because everybody knows they're going to take protein after a workout to recover. The protein is the bricks that make that house. But without anyone to put those bricks into the right place, they're not going to build a house. You're just going to have a pile of bricks. And that's waste. So what we need are the carbohydrates, which are the workers, the contractors that come in and actually put those bricks in the right place to build the house. So make sure that you are getting adequate carbs in your diet to actually utilize those proteins for recovering and for rebuilding that muscle after you tear it down. I'm not going to get into fats because, again, I'm not the dietitian here, but I just know that your carb sources a lot of times get a bad rap, and that is not right because I love carbs and you need carbs. Moving on, hydration. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Andrew, Allison, any of the other dietitians that watch this, if I'm wrong on this, I apologize. You try to generally get right around your body weight in ounces of water each day. That doesn't sound right. Maybe it's your body weight in kilograms in ounces of water. Either way, drink a lot of water. You need it. Your muscles 70% water, your body 70% water. You need a lot of water in your life. And if you're not drinking a lot right now, this is your sign that you need to up that. Talk to someone who knows it more fully than I do, and they will give you some better tips and tricks for increasing your water intake. Moving along from this first point that I was trying to make here with the recovery side of things. As I explained, my recovery this week has been garbage. I am not doing what I need to do in order for my body to recover adequately and improve and continue to grow. So I know that I can't be at 100% all the time, or most of the time at all. Aside from that, if I am having good recovery 75, 80% of the time, and 20% of the time I'm a little bit lacking in that area. That's okay, right? Like I know that I'm gonna get through this week and have a better week next week, or maybe after the holiday. But I know that I will get back on track and be in the right place, or doing the right things to help my body continue to grow and improve. And I guess that's the point I want to make with the holidays coming up. I talked about this a little bit back over Thanksgiving whenever I was sitting on the beach in video 5, 6, whatever video it was. I discussed this a little bit. Don't be so caught up in your training and your diet and everything over the holidays that you can't sit back and relax and enjoy time with your family and friends, because you're so uptight about I gotta go to the gym, or I gotta only eat this many calories, this many carbs, fat, protein, whatever. It's one day. It's 2 days. Maybe it's 3 or 4 days if you count Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's. Regardless, it is just a few days out of the entire year that you may not be on track 100%. That's okay. That's entirely okay. There's no problem with that. Everybody has down days. Now, are you able to take those couple of days, put them behind you, and get back on the wagon and continue to be on track with your training and your nutrition and everything? That is where the difference is. So we're not worried about taking time off on these holidays. We're going to enjoy that. We're going to relax, have a good time with our family. After that, we get right back to it. Next week after, whatever day after, we're back on track. We're doing what we got to do, and we're trending in the right direction again. And so I guess that's the idea that I want to leave you guys with here, is that we don't have to be perfect all the time. We just need to be as good as we can be most of the time. And I'm going to put in a shameless plug here for the Case-Specific Nutrition Rate My Day app. And it's not just for nutrition, but this is an app that allows you to look at a digital schedule of each month. And what you do is, as you go through, you have green days, which is where you're on track with most of your goals, you're doing the right things. Yellow days, iffy, they're not bad, but they're not as good as they could be. And red days. Now, we don't want the red days. We're not going to tell you that these are bad days. What these are your Christmases, your Thanksgiving, your New Year's Eve. These are the days that we look at and we say, okay, I know I can't be perfect that day. That's going to be a red day. But every other day of the week I have a green day. And every day next week I have a green day. So if we have a red day here or there, is that a problem? Are we going to beat ourselves up over that? Nope. No, we're not. That's the answer. Welcome to my test, or my class. You get all the answers here for free. So if you guys are interested in that app, again, that was very random, it's kind of thrown in there. It's a great way to kind of keep track of your progress. It's free on the App Store or on the Google Play Store if you're on, I think that's what Android uses. I'm Team iPhone, so I'm not 100% positive. I think it's Play Store. Check that app out. It's fantastic for keeping your progress in check and keeping yourself on the right path. I think that is everything that I wanted to cover today. Next week is the last Fit Brew Friday of 2019. I have a couple special guests that are going to be joining me for that video, so you guys should absolutely send in a ton of questions this week. We may not get to all of them, but I want some good quality questions that we're able to address in that video. So make sure you give us some material to work with, and we're going to send 2019 out on a high note, very contrary to the low feeling that I have of myself today. Thank you guys for checking in. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope it was informative, and I hope you can walk away from this feeling more at ease about the holidays. And I hope you got some laughs out of it too. Hope you enjoy my Christmas sweater, and I hope you have a Merry freaking Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Have a great week. We'll catch you guys next week.